Hey guys, it's Kutumar. She does it all, a little bit of everything. I'm going to report to you regarding Harvard University on the record drop of Black student and Latino. What's going on? Which student do they allow to go to their school? Harvard admits record number of Asian American students while Black and Latino admission drop. I wonder why. Now remember, Blacks and Latinos are here, and whatever they studied, whatever they major in, it will be used for the country. So when you allow Asian, I don't know, to tell you the truth, if the Asians were born here or if they come from out of overseas to come study and go back home. So we need people that are going to stay here to serve us. So let me read the story for you guys. Together we're going to learn what is it about. Harvard University admitted a record number of Asian American students to its class of 2027, a move experts are wary of celebrating given the drop in admissions of most other minority groups. It comes as the Supreme Court continues deliberations on a lawsuit brought against Harvard by right-wing group that alleges race conscious admission discriminate against white and Asian students. In a breakdown of the incoming class released by the university last week, Harvard revealed that 29.9% of admitted applicants are Asian American. It's a 2.1 jumps from last year's number. It's been part of a long-term trend, admissions dean William R. Fitzsimmons told the Harvard Crimson. The percentage have been going up steadily. It's not a surprise. There are a couple of possible reasons for this, said Julie Park, an associate professor at the University of Maryland who studies racial equity and higher education. One could be an increase in Asian American legacy admits, which favors children of Harvard alumni and the admissions process. It also coincides with a population growth of Asian American young adults and high school graduates in the U.S. generally. Race-conscious admissions can be very dynamic and institution-specific, she told NBC News. On the race-conscious admission, Harvard has a very sizable Asian American class. It's just a natural byproduct that you're just going to numerically have at Harvard unless they step away from legacy admissions, which I actually think they should. Harvard did not respond to multiple requests from NBC News for comment. The Supreme Court is currently preparing a decision on student for fair admissions versus Harvard, a lawsuit that alleges the Ivy League university's race-conscious admission process discrimination against Asian applicants. After the court heard the case in October, advocates fear the conservative majority might mean the end of affirmative action. Students of color at both Harvard and the University of North Carolina, also being sued by students for fair admission, have spent months protesting and speaking out in favor of race-conscious admission. Losing that battle could put lower-income Asian American and Pacific Islanders applicants at a disadvantage, Park said, as well as stunning students' diverse educational experience. We know from research that low-income Asian American students actually to receive a boost under these policies, she said. They pay attention to not just race, but also ethnicity, to subground that have been historically underdeserved education like Southeast Asian American and the Pacific Islander community. What concerns experts is that for the second year in a row at Harvard, Black and Latino admits drop, comprising 15.3 and 11.3 respectively. Native Hawaiian and Native American admits are also down from last year, citing at 0.5% and 2% respectively. So let's see what's going on, guys. While you have seen growth in the Asian American high school graduates population, it is nothing compared to the growth in the Latinx population, she said. So it's really concerning and illuminating that you are not seeing that similar uptick in admitted students among the Black and Latinx students. That this disparity points to some issues. Without a clear breakdown of application data, it's hard to know why this might be the case, said Wildell Pillard, Senior Vice President of the Education Trust, an organization working to fill gaps in educational inequality. But threats to affirmative action have a chilling effect not only on applications by students of color, but on outreach efforts from universities too. It can have a very detrimental effect on the students who get served and the service that are provided to them, he said. When you put in conjunction with all the anti-DEI, anti-critical race theory legislation that's passing the state level, think it creates these conditions that can have a huge impact on enrollment. Even ongoing lawsuit or proposed bill can have a regressive effect, with institutions primitively taking money out of diversity efforts, recruitment, or support structures. The decision may come out and say you can't use race as a factor in admissions, he said. So institutional actors may say, okay, you can't use race as a factor in awarding financial aid or in creating student support groups or in targeting enrollment or in targeting efforts at certain groups. Park also cited the university's high tuition and its emphasis on matriculating athletes, which she says tend to favor white recruits. They have these policies that are trying to facilitate equity, but they also have these policies that undermine equity, she said. So, I think they really need to take a hard look in the mirror. They do. We need Latinos, we need Blacks to be educated. So when you only focus on one group, for whatever reason, it's just not right. It's not fair. So something needs to happen. I have kids, and it's an issue. It's a problem for all parents. Subscribe and let me know how you feel. Bye.